Hello, class. It's time to exercise. It's time to exercise your body and your mind. And more importantly, it's time to stay safe. Listen to today's message. And let's go. I had a dog once that I would not let my brothers play with. My mom encouraged me to share the joy of ownership and allow my dog to roam freely in the backyard, but I wouldn't. Instead, I would hold it. I would carry it around in my arms. Later, tragically, I lost my dog because of blind, selfish love. My blind, selfish love turned out to be dangerous love. I didn't recognize it at the time, but my mother recognized danger well before tragedy ever struck. My mother was trying to teach me, but anyway, later on my mother shared another story with me. It was a story of two women fighting for a child as each woman claimed that the child was theirs. The reason for the story was to teach me of the dangers of being selfish and the importance of sharing. Well, the story she shared, like I said, was of two women fighting over a child. You see, each mother claimed that the child was theirs, and to solve the conflict, it was suggested that the child be divided, cut up, or torn in half, so each mother would receive their fair share of the child. Well, immediately one of the mothers screeched in fear. She stepped forward, relinquishing her rights to the child so that the child's life could be spared. Hence, the title of today's message. I'm glad you guys are here to join me today because I got a message for you. The determination was then made that the relinquishing mother was the child's true and biological mother because she loved and cared enough to let the child go. To let go in order to save the child's life, the child that she loved so dearly. I will now give commentary on today's message. You see, I want to tell you, the closest to death a woman will face is during the birth of a child. This is why mothers should be highly regarded and treated with honor and respect, even within their imperfections. Ooh, I better say that one again. Even within their imperfections. As you sit here and listen to me today, some of you are on your way to being divided, being cut in half, or being torn apart. Mothers will carry their newborn children for nearly 9 months. The mother is willing to sacrifice, suffer, and save. I better add to that. The grandmother is willing to sacrifice, suffer, and save. The stepfather is willing to sacrifice, suffer, and save. Someone in your life is willing to sacrifice, suffer, and save. I have an important question for you today. Are you willing to sacrifice, suffer, and save? Are you willing to chill and change? Don't divide the baby. Don't allow yourself to be divided or separated. Don't allow yourself to be cut up or cut out. You need to separate yourself from silliness because silly tragedy leaves us all shaking our heads. Blind love, blind selfishness, and blind allegiance will stress the lady, divide the baby, and destroy your future, maybe. Don't allow tragedy to kill your moment or to kill your future. I lost my dog because I didn't listen. Some of you are lost because you're not listening. I would carry my dog around being selfish. You may be lost because you're carrying or holding on to things that you feel that you need. Things or burdens that are dangerously weighing you down. If you're swimming for survival, you don't want to carry around extra burdens or extra weight because that will cause you to sink. If you're stuck in the quicksands of life, you don't want to panic or splash recklessly because it will cause you to further get stuck. Some of you are striking out in anger, making poor decisions and not caring about the danger. You're tearing up the baby. I want to tell you, you're tearing the baby in half. Some of you are rushing and running to experience a dangerous wild world, but you're hesitant to accept. You're hesitant to accept love, to accept correction, to accept a world of structure. You may not realize it yet, but you won't be able to blame someone later because I'm telling you right now, you're dividing the baby. Now is the time to chill and change. I want you to slow down for a minute and listen to my words. It's time for you to chill and change before it's too late. The story of two women fighting over a child may be similar to your story. You may not realize it, but there is someone fighting over you. There are many factors, many forces, and many teams that will be fighting over you. I hope you're on the right team. Have you ever been on a losing team that continues to lose? No matter your efforts, you continue to lose? Well, there's a couple of teams out there. Team 1, you will find comfort, focus, peace, and you will find determination. Team 1 hopefully will consist of your family, your friends, your faith, your family's heritage, your traditions, and, well, I guess depending on if you listen. And Team 2 is full of tragic memories, regrets, arguments, and full of uncontrollable anger. In Team 2, you will face a wilderness of bitterness. The devilish captain on this team will convince you that your weaknesses are your strengths if you use them to hate on others, if you use them to reject or fight structure, or if you use your weaknesses to run, hide, evade, sneak off, and throw shade. You see, Team 2 is willing to separate you from your loved ones, willing to tear you apart, tear you in half. Don't divide the baby. Team 2 wants you to fight and bring your anger, your bitterness, and your hate. Team 2 wants you to bring your brokenness, bring your high blood pressure, your low blood pressure, no blood pressure, whatever your faults are. Bring your lies, your alibis that are fake. Bring all your imperfections with you. You see, Team 2 wants you to sign up, join in, hate on others with jealousy and envy. Team 2 wants you to fight, dead or alive. Wake up. I said dead or alive. You see, as I think back to my childhood tragedy of losing my dog, it was a painful experience. My blind love became dangerous love. I want to tell you today that some of you are experiencing blindness, blind love, blind allegiance, and blind language. Your blind love has become dangerous love, love that attacks, instead of a special love that supports and backs. Your blind allegiance has become a dangerous allegiance, allegiance that attacks, instead of allegiance that supports and backs. Your daily language has become a dangerous language of despair, hateful language without boundaries that attack, instead of a language that supports, and a language that gives back. Some of you may be lost or blind because of your imperfections within your family. You may be lost because of finances, or you may be lost because of funerals. Stress and distress may be serving as your alarm clock. Hang on. Survive the moment. Don't divide the baby. Quit making excuses. Find reasons to find yourself. Find your interests and find a pathway to a better you. The determination has already been made. We're waiting on you to come around, waiting for you to come back, step up, give in before you give out. If you're carrying around blind language because respectful language was never taught, it's time for you to change your tone. It's time for you to escape. It's time for you to wake up and find peace, joy, and happiness. I would carry my dog around dangerously because I loved him so much. Some of us are carriers. Some of us are in love, and we're carrying around bitterness, carrying around anger and distrust for a good reason. Well, for what we sometimes think is a good reason. Today is time for you to chill and change. Someone has already recognized that you're on a dangerous path. You're on a dangerous path, so wake up before tragedy strikes. I'm sure there is someone in your life that loves you enough that's willing to relinquish you in hopes that you won't be torn in half. They will never give up on you if you're willing to chill and change. Now that we've exercised your mind, now it's time to exercise your body. Now today's physical assignment is to be active and safe for 30 minutes. Include 10 push-ups with a straight back. Include 10 sit-ups with bent knees. And also send confirmation and appropriate comments on today's message. Thanks for listening and exercising. And be blessed. And I'll talk to you later.